Portal. Current events. Portal talk language. Watch view source. Worldwide current events. Sports events. Recent deaths. Entry views by week list. Today's most viewed articles. Topics in the news. Keir Starmer. Pictured. Announces his intention to resign as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. In motorsport. Nick De Vries. Kamui Kobayashi and Mike Conway of Toyota Racing win the 24 Hours of Le Mans. In ice hockey. The Carolina Hurricanes defeat the Vegas Golden Knights to win the Stanley Cup. Ongoing. Bolivian protests. Ebola epidemic. FIFA World Cup. Flamingo Revolution. Iran War. Lebanon War. Russo-Ukrainian War Timeline. Sudanese Civil War Timeline. Recent deaths. Walter Pereira. Robert Thurman. Carlo Ginsberg. Bobby Prince. Abdullah Ibrahim. Andy Lewis. Nominated article June 24th, 2026. Wednesday. Edit the story. Watch June 23rd, 2026. Tuesday. Edit the story. Watch Armed Conflicts and Attacks. Middle Eastern Crisis 2026. Iran War 2026. Strait of Hormuz Crisis 2026. Strait of Hormuz campaign. The International Maritime Organization announces an evacuation plan for around 500 to 600 ships with 11,000 seafarers stranded in the Persian Gulf to sail through the Strait of Hormuz after Iran and the United States have reached a ceasefire deal to end the war. The evacuation will be coordinated with Iran and Oman. Middle East Eye. The maritime executive of Bangladesh Shipping Corporation reports that the Bangladesh flagged DWT bulk carrier vessel MV Bangla Joychitra has cleared through the Strait of Hormuz at 3 a.m. BST after it was stranded in the region for 4.5 months. The Business Standard. New HDD. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says that the U.S. will not accept Iranian tolls or fees on vessels transiting through the Strait of Hormuz. Kurdistan 24. 2026. United States -15 rescue operation in Iran. Two sources tell CNN and a pilot on the United States Armed Forces -15 Strike Eagle, which was downed over Iran during the beginning of April, reported a jellyfish-like formation from Iranian drones before the jet was shot down. AACNN. Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Gaza war. The Independent International Commission of Inquiry on the Occupied Palestinian Territory. A United Nations fact. Finding mission finds that Israel has deliberately targeted Palestinian children, resulting in genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes in Gaza, and war crimes in the West Bank. Reuters. 2026. Lebanon war. Israeli soldiers open fire near an excavator in Nabati, Lebanon, killing 2 civilians and wounding 2 more. Al Jazeera. Sudanese civil war. 2026. Blue Nile campaign. The Sudanese army launches an offensive in the Jisan district of Sudan's Blue Nile state, capturing a key rebel stronghold near the border with Ethiopia. Sudan Tribune. War crimes during the Sudanese civil war. The UN Human Rights Office reports that sexual violence has been more widespread across Sudan since the civil war broke out 3 years ago in April. BBC News. Radio Tamazaj. Communal conflicts in Nigeria. Nigerian police report that at least 20 people were killed in an attack on a community in Bauchi, Plateau State, over the weekend. Police and other security agencies engaged the assailants in a shootout before they withdrew from the area. Reuters. Business and economy. Housing in the United States. The U.S. House of Representatives passes the 21st Century Road to Housing Act in an effort to lower the cost of living of houses and support affordable housing in the country. The legislation will head to U.S. President Donald Trump for his signature. CNBC. Health and Environment. 2026. European heat. French sports minister Marine Ferrari reports that at least 40 people have drowned in France while swimming in unsupervised areas over the weekend during a heat wave. AFP and Reuters via Al Jazeera. International relations. North Korea-South Korea relations. North Korean involvement in the Russo-Ukrainian war. Prisoners of war in the Russo-Ukrainian war. South Korea announces that it will accept any North Korean prisoners of war captured by Ukraine while fighting for Russia if they choose resettlement in South Korea. South Korea also opposes any repatriation of such prisoners against their wishes. Reuters. Politics and elections. Libyan crisis. The government of national stability, which controls eastern Libya, prohibits the entry of citizens of Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, and Sudan through all land, sea, and airports, citing reorganization of procedures governing the entry of foreign nationals. Reuters. Reactions to the 2026 Iran war. The U.S. Senate votes 50-48 in favor of the resolution to require the Trump administration to halt military action against Iran, joining the House of Representatives in doing so. The Guardian. NBC News. NPR Sports. 2026 FIFA World Cup. Portugal at the FIFA World Cup in association football. Portuguese forward and captain Cristiano Ronaldo becomes the first player to score in 6 different FIFA World Cups in Portugal's all-time top goal scorer at the tournament after scoring a brace in the team's 5-0 win over Uzbekistan in the group stage. AFP VRFI 2026 NBA Draft. The 80th edition of the NBA Draft is held at the Barclays Center, with the Washington Wizards selecting former Brigham Young University (BYU) freshman AJ Dibanso with the first overall pick. The Washington Post.